Jalen Hill showed the many ways he can impact a game tonight. What did you think of his presence and how it impacted the game and the team?
Well, a lot of ways. I agree with you, Ben. He's a very effective rebounder, and he's our only shot blocker. So it's right there, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. But more than that, you don't want to have to play Jaime at the 5 because then you can never take him out. I still think Jaime's recovering from last Friday, to be honest with you. So it allows you to get Jaime and Chris some rest and have us be able to play the way we practice. Aside from, like you alluded to, which I agree, the positive things that Jalen brings to the team with his defense and rebounding.
Beth, go ahead.
Mick, what changed for you guys defensively during that 14-0 run to end the half?
I thought Jalen Clark had a lot to do with it. I think his energy and his attitude, the reasons I wanted him in our program, and I think he's going to have a great career playing for us, is his energy and his attitude. His mind is on making defensive plays. His mind's on getting tough rebounds and taking the ball away from people. We don't really. I think Jules tries to embody that for us a little bit. Jalen Hill defensively, but we need that. We need somebody that brings what Jalen Clark brings to the table. So I thought, that maybe a little that, and maybe they got a little bit tired, but as we stepped up the pressure, and I was trying to play the bench. I wanted to make sure I didn't play anybody over 30 minutes tonight.
Tarek, go ahead.
Coach, a simple one. Just talk about Tarek Campbell's play tonight. He played a great first half and was great from the from the free throw line as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you guys, you don't know how good it was because he didn't practice yesterday. He wasn't feeling great in his legs yesterday. And obviously he dealt with the ACL, so we weren't sure if he was even going to play tonight. But he's a gamer. And, I thought he did a great job of reading how they were defending him, getting himself to the lane, getting himself fouled. And he does a good job. He's learning because the way people are defending him, when to shoot. You got to shoot at some, but, you don't want to become a guy that you don't want to let them turn you into who they want you to be, right? You want to be able to make enough shots to keep them honest, but you still want to stay on the attack because that's what you're best at. So he's still a young player, so he's learning. But I thought it was a gutty performance for him tonight, considering that he absolutely did nothing yesterday at practice. We totally sat him down.
Mike.
Hey, Coach. How good is it just to have backup at that center spot? Obviously, Hill comes in, he has a double-double. And Riley seemed, I don't know if he looked tired or, he just wasn't productive. But after in the second half, he was, put up some big points for you guys. What is it like to have Hill back and to help out, take the load off of Riley?
Well, it's huge. Mike, I'll do it for you. Quick math. We get 19 points, 13 rebounds out of that spot with 3 block shots. That's kind of where we got to with him last year. So, again, I think it's, Cody he gets 8 points and 3 rebounds, but he only plays 12 minutes tonight, which is probably good for him. Because with Jalen out, I've probably over-practiced him with not just what you saw in the games last week, but with Jalen Hill out, he's probably been over-practiced as well. So it's good for him to not have to play major minutes tonight.
Ben, go ahead.
You mentioned 2 things about Seattle coming to this game, threes and offensive rebounds, and you really limited them in both categories.
Yeah, that's why, I wanted to hold them in the 40s, to be honest with you, Ben. We got a little sloppy late. But I think our athleticism and size probably had a lot to do with that, wore them down. You guys would know better than me. It seems like they might have made their first 3 threes, and I don't know if they made one the rest of the game. But we definitely wanted to do that. We wanted to limit their turnovers or limit their three-point shooting. What I would allude to is, we've got to stop turning the ball over. We're not going to be a quality team the way we're turning the ball over. We're minus in in the turnover category versus our opponents. I've been around long enough now, guys. I'm getting old and bald that you're not going to ever finish at the top of your conference. You're not going to be a really good team if you're not plus in that category. You got to be plus in the rebounding category, and you got to be plus in the turnover category. So that's an area where I have really got to clean things up as their coach. We've got to stop turning the ball over.
Tracy,
Trace, go ahead. I know the guys they're in here ready to meet with you. So
Yeah, really fast. Talk a little bit about where Jakeyman is. It seems like he's still trying to get in the flow, still maybe struggling to get a little space, or for you guys to open up some space for him. Just talk about where he is in his game right now.
I thought he got a lot of good looks tonight. He just didn't knock him down. I think he'd be probably excited because he didn't get an open look down in San Diego in either game. With shooters, it's, if Jake can get 100 open looks, we know how many, we know he's going to make 45 of them in live play if we can get him 100 open looks. So it's just a matter, we believe in what he brings to the table. So I thought the guys did a good job, much better job tonight screening for him to get him the looks that he got. I think, and he's improving on defense as far as understanding how to stay in front of his man, and because he knows that he's not a ball pressure guy. Biggest thing we got to get him to, he's got to his defensive rebounding, box out better. It doesn't take any height to box out. Tiger proves that every game. So I think it just didn't go down for Jake tonight, Trace.
all right, thanks, Coach. We'll let you go.
Bye, guys.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started.